what do you do if you're just not feeling it on social media right now? You want to start posting again, but you can't get yourself to do it, or you're posting, but you can't seem to post regularly, or maybe you even have a big online project like a website upgrade or a lead magnet that you want to create, but you just keep putting it off until tomorrow. How do you overcome that inertia? Well, I'm here to help you today overcome that inertia, specifically in regard to social media projects. So stay tuned. The place to start with this is diagnosis. We most likely need a mindset shift if we're procrastinating around our social media. So we've all been subject to those digital marketers who want us to think that you can get a huge quick win, go from $0 to $10,000 to $1,000,000 right out of the gate. That's not realistic. Okay, most of us are going to have to put in the hard work, and we're going to have to fit in the hard work, so it's going to take a while. So as a helpful parallel, I want to talk a little bit about my gardening this year, because that's something that's a little tangible and clear, and hopefully you will follow along. So this year, well, let me start with last year, because that's going to make it even clearer. So last year, I put in plants, little plants, in March, so that at this time in July, I had a harvest, and that felt really good. It feels really good to grow from barely anything to something, right? Well, this year, because of other priorities and because around the crisis, I planted a new bed, a third bed, and all I wanted to do was seeds. So I planted seeds in June. Knowing what I know, I said, I am not going to be jealous of everyone else's July harvest, right? My other beds were having issues, so they were going to be slow to produce. And this bed, when I started in June, I knew that it was not going to have a bountiful harvest in 1 month, right? So, but having that mindset and telling myself that makes it easier for me in July to be thankful for everybody else's harvest, because everybody's sharing in my Facebook groups and everywhere else about their amazing harvest, whereas I just have sprouts. But to be honest, I'm very happy with my sprouts because I know that they will produce a harvest in the fall. So, and I'm just going to get one harvest, whereas these other people who started earlier are going to have 2 harvests. And so that's great. So I think this is a very applicable, comparison, because even new gardeners, right now are frustrated that they're not doing as well in July, but they don't realize that if you want to have a bountiful harvest in July, then you literally have to plant, a plant in March. And if you're going to start from a seed, then you have to start that with special structures in January up in your house with lights and stuff. Okay, so this is very similar to expectations people have online, because it's almost like they get it, but they don't get it about how it works online. You need to build a name for yourself. You need to build an audience, an email list, or a Facebook audience. There's all kinds of online structures, like a web page, and then possibly lead magnets or a webinar. All these things take time to build. So unless you hire someone like me to do it for you on the quicker side, it usually takes a while. And it's actually almost better to do it organically. So while you're building these things, you're also building your audience. So just something to keep in mind, 99.9% of us will need to build our audiences over time. So that's one thing. And then another thing too, if you're having trouble, like you have felt like, well, I've tried social media, and part of my discouragement is that it didn't work as well as I had wanted it to, I have encouragement for you that it's very much a failing forward process. You have to test things, and if they don't work, then you try new things. The more you fail, the closer you get to what works. And that there's like a whole book on this fail forward methodology, and if you ask, I'll put it in the comments. But that is very much how social media works. So I encourage you to not get discouraged by the process, not get discouraged by unrealistic expectations, and don't get discouraged by the process. You just have to push forward. And the faster the fail, the faster you get to your results. The other thing I want to say specifically around overcoming, procrastination and inertia is put that thing in the schedule. Everybody I know loves online classes. They love online learning, and I love to take notes, but it's not real until I put it in the schedule. So if you schedule that thing, then most likely it's going to happen. I know it helps me a lot. And then also, if you're prioritizing, say, I'm going to do my social media every Tuesday. I do suggest picking a day of the week for important things like this. And prioritizing it, then you're going to be able, that's how you're going to be able to form a habit around it, right? So just make sure you schedule it and then do it on that day and make a habit out of it. That should help you a lot. As a bonus encouragement, I want to let you know that Facebook is really awesome right now. As you probably know, most people are trapped inside due to all the crises, and they're just sitting at their computer. You'll find that if you make a post on Facebook and you do need to boost it, people are just waiting to like and comment on that. So if you tried a year or two ago and you didn't feel like enough people responded, you will not find that is the case right now. Just be sure that you put a little money behind the post. So, and especially also due to the lack of advertisers on the platform. Not only are there more users, there's less advertisers and less competition. So I really encourage you, if you have gotten out of the habit of posting, to start posting again. If you've reached the end of this video and you feel like you're ready to go, that's great. I'm glad I've encouraged you. There's one more thing you might be interested in. I started a new Facebook group, Facebook Genius Grown Here, and that could be a great place for you to receive ongoing encouragement, insights, and even troubleshooting. It's a new group, so it's a small group, which means that you would get a lot of attention, not only from the other members, but also from myself. So I could help you with whatever social media struggles you're having right now. So I'll provide a link around this video. All you have to do is click it and answer a few questions, and I will let you in the group. It's a free group. I look forward to seeing you. I hope to see you there. Thanks. I cannot spit this thing out. I gotta focus my face.